He got up off the sofa and searched on the desk a paper to fix the cat on. He sat down again, spread the glue the servant had brought over the paper, and then he dropped the pieces he could rescue from the dust. He only missed half a number. It could be a 0, a 3, a 6, or an 8. He dialed the number the 4 slow times it required the lack of the little piece of paper. He failed the 4 times. He went back to the desk again, looking for another paper and a pen. He wrote down the 10 numbers in a hurry. "It can be a 5 too!" he shouted as he had just discovered the gunpowder. He dialed with the 5 and neither answered anybody. He looked at the paper trying to find out where the mistake was. If something was missing or if he had fixed something in a wrong way. It looked like it fitted. It looked like he had stuck the jigsaw as he should. It looked like he had done it well. He thought that maybe he had wasted too much time. Maybe that clandestine networks only could be next to the phone in a specific time. They probably had no regular line to avoid the search. "Who knows?" he said in loud voice. And the defeat tented with the dream, and he slept, resting his head on the wing of the sofa. His daughter's little cold hand woke him up. He had lazed around all the day without knowing in what had spent the hours, and he only realized the time had passed seeing the night through the window and the kid with the pyjamas on. He took her to bed and made sure she closed the eyes before leaving her alone. He hung up. He tried to fall asleep again. He tried to gather his strength to resume his daily life, to go back to work. He closed his eyes, but the last time he had seen his wife came back to his mind once again. He got up and went to the kitchen in the dark. He didn't want to wake Bella up. He felt something weird crossing the hall, a presence, someone in the way. When he opened the fridge, he thought he had seen a silhouette reflected on the glass of the window. A silhouette that wasn't his. He turned round as fast as he could, but he wasn't able to see anything, and felt that he was overcome with fear once again. He switched on the light. He thought that maybe it was the servant that had forgot something, or that went in during the night to nick from the ladder. He thought of running to the sitting room, or to the hall to phone. With all the lights on, he looked stupid. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. The silence was deadly, but the terror had vanished. He picked up the phone to ensure it worked. It did. He breathed with relief. And even though a good father would check his daughter was safe, he went back to the sofa to sleep. He thought in dialing again before closing his eyes, but he switched the light off instead. The following day the servant went in the living room, and when she saw him still in the same place, she thought he hadn't moved since the day before. She went to see the child, thinking of finding her sleeping among the toys and dressed with the same clothes, without having dinner. Luckily, the kid was peacefully asleep, dressed with the pink pyjamas and with a sweet face of happiness. The place was tidy, as she had left it, raised the blind and opened the window. She picked up the clothes that were next to the bed's leg and carried it to the washing machine. "Beda, wake up! Come on!" the servant told her with sweet voice. The kid woke up without complaining. The noise of the water woke Leon up. At first he thought it was raining and curled up. The pain in his knee, owed to a bad posture, made him turn round and fall to the ground. He opened the eyes and saw the sun between the curtains. Then he realized it was the daylight. It wasn't raining, and someone was at home. He got up in a hurry and went to the hall. He listened to the noise. It came from upstairs. He ran, being afraid of something happened to his daughter. He suddenly opened the door, taking the servant by surprise and receiving a happy smile from Beda. He breathed with relief again. He went to his bedroom and without willingness prepared the day clothes, got a shower, and went down to have breakfast. At the table he looked Beda eating the biscuits without worries, forgetting her mother had just died. Leon felt a mixture of hate and envy. Of course the kid felt her mother's death. She didn't know how to express it, but a person with a little bit of understanding could see it well in her sad eyes. Her father couldn't. He was obsessed with his own tragedy, and he only could see in others the happiness he had lost. At work, people had the gesture of not make a scene of condolences and sympathies, particularly because they didn't feel like to. They didn't feel like to offer their sympathies to the manager that organized that crazy shifts and that excessive working hours. Leon didn't organize them. It was the company. But he was so enthusiastic that it seemed to them he was on commission. Leon didn't mind at all company rules. He wanted to be as good as his wife.